So there we go. We got that. And we're live. So this is really Javier and everyone who's here. Thank you for signing in. It's really just an open conversation. I mean, like, this is for you, as the prior events that we've had. I mean, this is for you to make the most out of. Everyone who signed up, I want you to get something out of it. Walk away with whatever you need to, why this topic interests you. You know, we should get to that point. Shari she has her first luxury listing appointment this afternoon, so she's here to get hyped. Make sure she locks that in, and then whatever everybody else's agenda is. So please feel free, if you're here already, to jump in and ask questions. I mean, like I said, it's an open conversation. But thank you, everybody, for signing in and who's on live. My name is Alicia Herrera with Keystone State Abstract, and I'm putting on these bi-weekly webinars really to just bring value to you and show you my appreciation. And I want to be part of your success. So here we are together. And then we have Justin Talbot, our media director, my partner in all things social media. And then our guest speaker today, Javier Nichols, from CEO of the New Agent Handbook. If you don't know about him, I promote him all the time. He is in Clubhouse.
That guy.
He's in Clubhouse Monday through Friday, doing agent role training, absolutely free, obviously in Clubhouse. And then, like he had said just a few minutes ago, his masterclass Fridays 1 to 3:30 every Friday, open to anybody. You can find that the Zoom link, that's a Zoom session. You can find that on any of his social media website, etc. So with that said, Javier, let's see this outline.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna show you my outline. I'm gonna keep it tucked in, but the outline is in here. So today's special topic. Oh wow. Let me get you a mute on that, Arlene. So today's special topic is going to be talking about your unique sales proposition. Now, for everybody, the reason why the unique sales proposition is coming back to light, and I say back because it's never gone anywhere, it's just that in our industry of being realtors and real estate agents, we found that business was good. You ain't have to have anything special. You just had to have a pulse and access to a property and able to electrical sign, documents and get deals. All right. And we've seen a lot of automation from a lot of lead sources. And I say a lot because you can name, I'm not going to drop any names from lead sources, but there are a lot of sources that give you leads and charge you on the back end, right? 35%, 25%. And that's not even including what your broker. So we have subjected ourselves to understanding that in order to grow my business, I got to pay extra money. I got to do a lot of extra stuff on the back end in order to get those leads. So what we find now, when the tides have changed, when it's not so easy to get deals, and now we have to truly stand out, the unique sales proposition comes back. And that's what we're here to talk about today. So what is a unique sales proposition? For those of you who are watching this and who are here today, you need to be writing this shit down. Like 100%, because what we're going to leave you with here is the blueprint that you're going to take forward and grow your business instantaneously. This is no fluff. This is no hope, manifestation, pray on it. No, this is like I want you to write this down. Unique sales proposition, USP. And then I want you to write the question down. What makes me special? Right? What makes you special? And then I want you to write another question. What value do I bring to this transaction? Okay, what value do you bring to this transaction and what makes you special? So these questions are going to allow you to look within, most importantly, to start to ask yourself. And I want you to realize that when you start to look within, you now find a thread that's going to keep you motivated in those valley moments. Because sales, you got high highs and some low lows. Y'all know what it'd be like. You get one commission check and then you're not going to see another one until the end of the summer. Right. And you on social media, like everything is fine. Like you got it like that. But me and you both know that it takes a couple of months to get that next check, but we have to stay motivated. And when you know what makes you special, you now are able to tap into that every single time. When you get a deal, You're like, all right, the deal is done. So what do I do? What makes me special? Well, I'm creative at finding great deals to help people save money on down payment. Boom. Go right back to that. Go right back promoting that. Go right back to tell more people about that. Oh, I'm special because I take the time and hold my client's hand through the entire process. Okay, boom. Tell the world about that. Like, what is your niche? Some of y'all work for corporations already, SEPTA, senior living facilities, any, Amazon, any big corporation or any company, you're going to have opportunity to tap into that actual market. For those of y'all who work in assisted living facilities, we got a number of agents who focus on using their knowledge of that industry to increase their business by offering out tips on how to choose the right, assisted living facility, offering tips of when a family is faced with the loss of a loved one or how to go through the process of an estate sale, right? Offering tips on, hey, here are some quick things that you need, or here are some things that you can do to make your life a little better. Okay, so how do y'all feel about that though? Like, what makes you special? Is that something that you guys often ask yourselves? And I'm throwing this question out to anybody in the room.
I think it's something everybody needs to work on, right? Because that's part of your elevator pitch almost in a way, which I know most people don't have and aren't ready for it and need to work on it. So I have a question, Javier. What about, actually I have two questions. What about what makes you special? What do you bring to the transaction, or those two things that you said in the beginning? But can your personal experience, like, what if you're new? I think a lot of us probably in the room are newer or earlier in our careers as agents. What if I am new? Like, can my personal and prior work experience be relevant to that conversation? And then my second question is, or thought is, for those who are new, how can I, like, to the assisted living or estate, like, how can I fake that? Or how can I be prepared for that if that's something I want to get into, but not yet?
Yes, so those are good questions. And number one, when you're new coming into the industry, and that's why we are called the New Agent Handbook, right? Because we're focused on newer agents. And newer doesn't mean young, doesn't have an age to it. You could be re-entering into the industry and still find what we do valuable. We're from that inception point to about 5 million in volume. If you're more than that, you can still gain value from what we said. So being new, I want you to pull exactly from what you just said, the personal. What makes you special? Right? Your previous career may have been in a customer service driven industry, may have been in the sales industry. What are your hobbies? You may like gardening. You may enjoy going on long walks in the state parks in your community. You may have all different knowledge of trails and food areas and things like that. You could bring that into the equation. How? Easy. Because the people who you're helping, they're humans as well. So let's say, for example, because again, when you're entering a business like our business, you have a brokerage. So you're already amongst people that have done deals, that are active in the community, that have reach of clients, and that have, a business, a brand. So you're not coming without those things, but then you're tailoring it to your specialty. That is, I like state parks. Let's just take the state parks, for example, because I want to expound on this. I love hiking. I live in Bucks County, so I do Tyler State Park. I do Core Creek Park. Me and my family drive as far as we can, maybe an hour out, the Rolling Rocks, right? Ringing Rocks. So imagine if you bought a house from me and I was able to now send you a list of things to do with your family. I'm able to now make videos about things. Hey, did you know that Core Creek Park has 15 different species of bird that you can see on any given day? Click the link below and check it out. Oh, by the way, I'm a real estate agent. I'm not mentioning that in the video, but you're going to find that out anyway. And I'm going to go on to YouTube, make a video, top 5 parks in Bucks County, right? So when people are moving into a community, now think about it. When you move into a new community, you're looking for pizzerias, depending if you like food. You're looking for schools, depending if you have children. You're looking for recreational things to do, depending on what that may be. And again, parks are just one of an infinite amount. So if we're now coming into a brand and we're coming into an industry from our, 9 to 5, and we're like, hey, I used to move metal as my business. So I don't have any special traits to add on to real estate, but I do love parks and I do love pizzerias. So now I'm taking these 2 avenues of my personal life, putting them into my content and letting people make the decision whether or not the rapport is built from that perspective.
Oh, that's great. Okay. So your hobbies, what excites you, your passions, I mean, that equals almost your past experience and relevance to the job.
And it's evergreen content that's always going to be relevant. And guess what, guys? When people go on and they move into a community and they have kids, or they want to move into a community, they're going to go on top 5 schools in Bucks County. And guess what? YouTube is owned by Google. So it's going to be literally a video that says top 5 schools in Bucks County. Guess who made that video? You did. And guess who they're going to ask about when they want to buy a house? You. Right? And that may not happen today. That may happen 5 years from now. That may happen 3 days from now. Right? So again, when you are finding your niche, because a lot of people, right? I want you to write this down as well. There are riches in the niches. Okay. Mm-hmm. When you specialize down, no one else is in your lane. And this is something I want you also to keep in mind, is to analyze your competitors. What is missing in your market, right? When I first got into this industry, HUD owned properties, the HUD home store, rarely ever talked about. It's still rarely ever talked about. That's one of our trainings. We run that into the ground. We take that up to a whole nother level. Right. And that is one component that made me a successful agent in my first year, because I just hunkered down on HUD owned properties, and what they are very affordable entries to a high price area. That's to sum it up. You know what I mean? Depending on the type of property, of course, but most HUD owned properties are reduced priced in areas where you can buy or sell homes at a higher price. And they allow you to repair loan value. Shout out to Good Neighbor Next Door. That's the program they have. Probably 50% off.
Oh, that's a great time. So your first year in the business, you were finding more affordable homes. I mean, that's a great way to get a deal done. Work with buyers maybe who aren't as qualified in these nicer neighborhoods.
Correct.
Like you had said.
Yeah.
Javier, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
So, like I was just with a new agent yesterday. They were a new agent with Remax. They've been in the business for maybe 1 year and only did like 1 deal, and acting all shy when it comes to like getting a headshot. But then it's like their other page has 10K following, and it's like my observation. And then I asked somebody else. I was like, wouldn't you just want to build off of that 10K following? You know what I'm saying? Or would you because I think with real estate and new agents, a lot of agents think that their personality doesn't fit in business. So they think they should just start a whole new page. You know what I mean? So what's your take on that?
Yeah. So that's an easy one. And I'm partnering with a company called Life Brand right now. It's a national company. You guys look it up. We're going after that exact type of mindset and marketplace, right? So pretty much the you before real estate may be a different you. That may have, and again, 10K followers. I'm assuming they're doing something right. Let's assume they didn't pay for those followers, because that has a lot to do with the growth that we see out there. A lot of people, when you bite that apple, you got to realize there's consequences down the line with that. And once you let drones and bots, well, not drones, but bots into your profile, you're going to start having fight. You got to fight them. They got a lot of duplicate pages. People out there with a lot of duplicate pages is one of the easier signs to find out that they took that that bite. But to really directly answer your point is merge those accounts. Do not be afraid to show who you are. You need to show who you are, because that is how you're going to, stand out. Right. Let people know. If you go to my personal page and type in, if you go to Instagram and type in
either 10:30 or 11.
Hey, Paul, let me get a mute on that.
Oh, I got it.
When you guys go on Instagram and type in Chef by Day, Agent by Night, my profile is going to pop up. Right. And again, and no one is typing that in unless like you're told to type it in because you're not looking for that. But I merge my accounts, right? I merge my food account with my personal life, my real estate account, because I want you to see who I am as an individual. Because this is one of the things that we learn in real estate school is people do business with those who they know, like, and trust. And if all they see on your page is real estate success stories, they don't see you. They just see you boasting about the deals you're doing and the awards you're winning. That's not what people want to see in this market. So I definitely will merge those accounts and clean them up. Life Brand has a product that literally goes through, and I'm going to be showing this live in a couple of weeks, not a couple of weeks, actually in a month, because we have to run it for 30 days for advertising. But I'm going to be live. I'm going to be putting their program live on here, where they're going to flag the things that I have done in the past. Could be language, it could be a meme, anything. And what Life Brand does, shout out to Life Brand too, they showcase to you what could be taken the wrong way, and they give you the opportunity to either edit it or erase it. All right, that they're the only company I know right now that's doing it in that kind of a way. Most companies, you download an app, you pay a little bit money, and they show you all your content, and you go in and pick what you think is. Life Brand does it for you, and it's a really good opportunity. So I would say merge those accounts and show people who you are.
My man, appreciate you, bro. That was good stuff. That was really good.
Oh, you're very welcome, man. You're very welcome. So going back to the USP, listen, guys. What I said before about looking at your competitors that's exactly what I'm saying. So I want you to take out, you don't have to do this now, but if you do not have a farm, how many people in here in this room, you can put it in the chat or unmute yourself or raise your hand, have an actual farm, like not a farm with pigs and cows and corn, but a farm like an area that you focus for your real estate marketing. I'm not putting nobody on the spot. I'm just saying, like, if you got a farm, you got a farm. But if you don't, it's cool. Stay. All right.
Okay, we got a couple of yes.
Okay, we got a couple. Okay, so here's what I want you to write down. Of course, I want you to write down the word farm, but I want you to write down an acronym, because that farm is an acronym. It's going to be Focused Area of Real Estate Marketing. Okay, that's a farm. You need to have a geographical location in your community that you can give 100% to. And when you do locate this farm, that could be a neighborhood, could be a set of streets, it could be whatever. Analyze who your competitors are. What do they do? What makes them special? And then find out what's missing. Feel it. That's it. Simple as that. But if you don't have a farm, this could be a reason why you're chasing deals, because you're always trying to find something instead of focusing on an area and not extending yourself so far. Because as newer agents, you don't realize when you become a real estate agent that you got to pay like at least $2,500 to just get into the game. Right. So for those of you who don't have that money saved up, you're already in the negative. Right. So coming into the game of real estate, you're now focused to drive around buyers off of whatever lead source your broker gave you. And that's real money. That's real gas. So if you are not focusing on a particular area and knowing your specialty, you're going to find yourself being in a bigger negative, which is why we currently have a 92% failure rate for our industry for the first year.
So we need a field to play on,
Yes.
a game board to utilize, and then we need a benchmark, which would be our competitors, and
Yes.
start sizing yourself up against them.
Yes.
And even if we are a newer agent and we find some more seasoned agents on our field, identify what their strengths are. I mean, you can't bring everything to everybody, or you can't be everything to everybody, right? So let them be the seasoned professional, figure out what's working for them, find out where they're falling short maybe, and create a strategy off of that.
In theory, Yes, that's exactly what you want to do. You're not going to know where people are falling short. You're just going to know where
Yeah.
they're not hitting, right? You're going to be able to analyze and say, okay, well, you know, I'm pulling the list on my MLS of all the closed deals over the last year for this farm area, and I'm pointing out that 3 agents have the larger market share. So let me look up those agents on social media. Are they doing video? Are they doing client testimonial videos? Are they doing points of interest, like I was mentioning about the, you know, the state parks and the businesses' local highlights? Are they talking about market data, right? Most of the time, you're going to find out they're not doing any of those things. A lot of them are referral-based agents. So they're referral-based agents because they've been doing it so long. That's what you do. You create that evergreen content. You bring forth those community events like yard sales, garage sales, right? You do open houses where you're knocking on doors. You warm call. You don't cold call. Cold calling is dead. Don't think that you can just call somebody and jump in the middle of the day and believe that that person is going to jump out if you're not prepared, because many of y'all are not prepared because you're not role playing on a daily basis. So for those of you who are new coming in, you're not role playing, so you can't cold call. All right, you can warm call. And what is warm calling? Send them a flyer. Hey, good afternoon. This is Javier with Century 21. Is this Dave? Hey, Dave, how you doing? I just wanted to call and see if you guys got the flyer I mailed down a week ago. That's it.
That's a warm call to you.
That's a warm call. You ain't calling and saying, the others, because again, we role play every morning. And if you do not practice having these conversations, you're going to get kicked in the teeth.
Where you role play at, Javier? On Clubhouse?
Yes.
What's your Clubhouse, Jack? I'm gonna follow you on Clubhouse
Please
because
do.
I've been telling Alicia about Clubhouse, man. What
Clubhouse is in the building. Yeah.
The only Clubhouse I'm in is in Javier's.
Yeah.
At
New
8:30.
agent. So New Agent Talk. New Agent Talk is the Clubhouse group. Okay, and my name on the Clubhouse is New Agent Handbook. You type in New Agent Handbook, you will see my name. They allowed us to change our name to company names like when they first came out. I'm sure you can still do it now, but I was excited. I was like, my name is not Javier anymore. It's New Agent Handbook, right? So I changed my name to that, but I do have a parentheses with my actual name in it so people can know. So yes, join us every morning from 8:30 to 9:30 a.m. Eastern time, because we deal with people across the country. So we like to say Eastern, make sure you know. But we also role play. Today is Friday, right? Yeah, today's Friday.
Yep.
New Agent Friday. So New Agent Friday, what we do, we have a masterclass at 1 p.m., which we're going over the USP. We're going over FSBOs, how to speak to FSBOs in a different kind of a way. And we're going over evergreen content. But at 4:30 today on Zoom, we're role playing again. And this role play, guys, I cannot stress this enough. It's so important to building your confidence, keeping you sharp. It even ripples into your personal life because let's be honest, having conversations with the spouse or your children, you got to practice that. Because if you don't know how to handle stuff, you're going to find yourself losing. And we don't want you to lose. We want win-wins.
Well, because, I played a lot of sports growing up. Like what you do in practice is what you do in the game. Yep. So if you're not even practicing,
most of us are not, because the brokers, right? Like, hey guys, listen, I want to let y'all in. I serve on the board of directors for both Pennsylvania Association of Realtors and the Bucks County Association of Realtors. And one of the most important things that we constantly hear brokers speak about is not only educating their agents, but getting them involved, right? Your brokerage typically don't have role play sessions because no one wants to do it, right? The culture is not that we don't want you to succeed. It's just that the fact that nobody wants to do it. Everyone's so comfortable with being comfortable. Yeah. But you got to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. Yeah. To grow.
I have a sales background. I've been through a lot of professional sales training. I mentioned that a lot. And the role playing is the only way to be better than your competition. It's the only way to get more sales. It's proven and it's never going away. It's never going away. So 100%. let's dig deeper into this USP, Javier. Like, what do I do? I don't know what to say. What makes me special? I don't know.
No. Here's something that I'm gonna share with you. So do me a favor, and whoever's the host, go to security and press allow participants to share a screen. Because what I want to do is I want to share something with you guys here today. Okay, this is free. All right. One of the things that we focused on with the New Agent Handbook is focus on free resources, things that don't cost you a lot. You've already spent a lot. Okay. So it's very important for you to understand that this resource is free for all realtors.
Yeah, Javier.
All right. And this resource right here, can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
All right. This is RPR. Okay. RPR is Realtors Property Resource. All right. It is you. If you are a part of NAR, okay, you pay your dues, and this is a part of your subscription. All right. So take advantage of it. But as a newer agent getting into this industry, you find yourself not knowing how to find data. And most of your MLSs are ancient. Shout out to Bright MLS. We try and take over the whole entire country, and I'm sure we will one day. But majority of y'all have MLSs that are ancient. So here's how we help agents understand the marketplace. And this is a tool that as a newer agent, you can put into your unique sales proposition, is that you're able to not only use tools like this to empower your sellers, but also to empower your investors and also your buyers, right? So all you have to do is come in here. As an example, someone give me a zip code. Just anyone give me a zip code. Doesn't matter.
19428.
19428. Boom. You know what? I'm sorry. So hold on, wait. I'm sorry. Let's go to neighborhood search because that was too advanced. I want to show you something easier. Click research, click neighborhood search, and then now type it in 19428, and then boom. So as a new agent, you're now given information that's going to empower you. It tells you that this area is still very much in the seller's market. People are paying over asking price. Properties are staying on the market for a median of 50 days, and the median sold price is $497. Of course, $497,500. With a growth of 17% month over month, this is a 66% month over month, and this is also a 3% month over month. But these numbers are just surface level, enough to give an agent a glimpse of what this neighborhood and this zip code is providing. So we scroll down, and now we start to see a longer story. All right, this takes you back all the way to 2008. And just to make it easier for you to understand, let's remove the US and let's remove Pennsylvania. And now let's just look at Montgomery as a county and this as a zip code. Now this zip code, as we can tell from up top, $434,000 valuation. But if we go back to 2012, that number was what? $271,000. How much of a gain is that since 2012? I mean, just somebody guesstimated.
50.
I'm sorry?
That's like 50%, right?
Yeah, almost, right? So with this information alone, you now have enough. Now, again, I want to let everyone know, full disclosure, you need to cross-reference these numbers with your actual MLS. All right, it's very important for you to do this. But the RPR is very accurate, but you still want to cross-reference to make sure of your numbers. But these numbers are close enough. So therefore, there has been a 50% growth in valuation in this community, in this zip code, from 2012 to 2023. Is that not enough to pick up the phone or go door knock, to go make some phone calls and make a video about that? What do you guys think? Right? That's 50%. And the video is simple. This is not anything that is going to be rocket science. Hey guys, if you live in this area in Conshohocken, I'm going to tell you this, since 2012, the values have gone up 50%. Contact me today so you can take advantage of that equity. Come on, right? And I'm not even wait, I'm going to show you. So I'm not even going to go deep into this because I don't want to take up too much time on this, but I can go micro and circle streets and get that same data. Then I can find out what the rent, you know what? I'm going to show you all that, bro. Real quick. We got a little time. Got a little time.
Yeah, I need to see that, bro.
So wait, we're gonna go to the housing data real quick. All right. So this is the same screen, but you go to the housing tab. Okay. Know that this community has increased by 10% over the last 12 months. List price has increased 26%, which is outpacing Montgomery County and also outpacing the state of Pennsylvania. That's a video. That's a reason to call people. When you are on the phone with homeowners, warm calling, hey, Mr. Johnson, I just wanted to let you know that this community has a list price increase of almost 27%. We are outpacing the county. This is a great time to put your home on the market. You're using a source that is free to make that phone call with that confidence. Okay?
Mhm.
And now I'm going to the owner percentage versus the rent percentage. Okay? This information alone will exceed a lot of your expectations for this simple reason. The absentee owner amount is written on the wall. How many people, who are these folks that own these rentals? Are they investors?
Yeah.
All right. If we think about it from the standpoint of market, we ask ourselves this question. We know that rental rates have gone up to at least 30% increase, nationwide. Some places 50, some places even 80%. So we know for a fact that people who live in this community who are renting are paying almost a mortgage amount or more. It's opportunity. Why? Because these individuals who are going to sell their property for more money, these individuals are going to buy a property, and you're going to also help these landlords to now buy other properties.
So should I wait till I have a buyer to go after these 46%, whatever that number is, or should I call them and ask them if they want to sell?
No, so you're going to identify who is renting in your farm,
Mm-hmm.
and then you're going to send them a letter letting them know about an amazing down payment assistance program. For those of y'all that are in Pennsylvania, I want you to write this down: PHFAK-FIT. 5% of purchase price in closing cost. That's for example, you can write this example, $259K equals $12,995. You only need $21,000 to buy this house. FHA guidelines, 3.5% down. So how much is needed now when I provide the $13,000 and I only need $20,000 or $21,000? And you can stack that on top of the first front door, which is an additional $5,000, leaving that individual only needing less that they pay to even get to the rental to buy a home.
So helping people understand these numbers and opportunities, that's what makes you special.
Correct. Being able to articulate them is more important because you can show these numbers. And guys, listen, I'm not telling you right out of the gate you're going to be able to present these numbers with confidence. But what I am telling you is you supplement your Netflix watching, your social media doom scrolling to going through here. And I'm not saying that to say that I'm better than anybody, okay? Because I fall short all the time. All right. But this is something that I've learned in the beginning because I've taken the time to go through my areas and understand what these stats tell me. Okay, what are these stats giving me information about? Some of this is very crucial if you're finding out that most people in your community, in your farm, is going to be needing to upgrade their home or upsize their home because you have a higher toddler percentage than you have high school percentage.
Oh, wow.
Right? If you had a higher high school percentage, people are going to want to do what?
Downsize.
Downsize because they're going to college. So again, these numbers tell a story. And when you understand this story from going in here and seeing that majority of the people in this community, they want to be connected on Facebook and Instagram. Why? Because the ages range from 25 to 34. And most of these people are probably going to be your renter population as well. Right? So now you know that
Javier,
I'm sorry.
the guideline you said about the FHA helping people for some percentage, it's only Philly or in New Jersey has it too?
So every state is going to have some type of a down payment assistance program. They're also known as DBA program. So when you speak to lenders, and we have a training on this of how to leverage lenders, you want to speak
Right.
their language. So just say, hey, what kind of DBA programs you guys got rolling out? Right there,
Okay.
they're gonna tell you, and
All
then
right,
listen
thank
to
you.
them and apply it appropriately.
Thank you.
Very welcome. So again, guys, look at this. I'm not, again, I promised I wasn't gonna go through this. I'm a nerd for this information, but professional, scientific, and technology occupation is heavy in this community. And that's gonna help you understand how to communicate with people in this community. All right? Especially on the phone and your letters and your content.
Mm.
Most of the communities that I work in, the healthcare and social assistance dominates. But this
So you can
community, it
speak their
doesn't.
language,
Correct,
find something relevant,
correct.
some relevance for when you make these warm calls.
And you can even go down more into it. What are their hobbies?
I don't even want to use her address.
What are, like, you think about the hobbies of people in this industry, what are they? Are they hiking? Are they doing health conscious things? Yeah, most likely. You be where they are. Mingle with them. Be them. And now you're going to know the language and know how to act and know how to speak with them, all because you went on to RPR and you clicked and you went through the data stacks. But let me go into a different type of explanatory understanding that I was speaking of earlier. So let's just say, for example, as I mentioned to you before, I'm gonna just draw an area on the map. I'm not even going to make any sense here. I collected those streets in that polygon, and now I'm going to create my market activity report. And I'm gonna run it. And while that's running, I'm gonna go right back to the map. I'm gonna zoom out. And now I'm gonna show you exactly what you need to be doing this weekend if you're watching this and you're looking for more deals. Watch closely. Well, wait a minute. We're gonna go back to this screen and then we're gonna go to that report. Data layers, 12-month estimated change in value. Let me get this out of here. And then boom, you got your heat map. The heat map estimates are down below. The places in the red have seen the most decline, 15% or higher. The places in the dark blue have seen an increase 20% or higher. If you are looking to increase your business, now you have a heat map to discover where to start. Whether you want to be a listing agent and let people know about an increase, or whether you want to be a first-time buyer or investor agent and let people know where they can get deals. You make a decision. And one last thing before I get off of here. I know I wasn't going to take too much time, but I'm getting ready to show you. For those of y'all that want deals like tomorrow, all you got to do is, I'm sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I think a lot of people had some questions on that or seem to be interested, so you're good.
I'm very interested because I know
Yeah.
this information, guys, we speak to the people. We speak to the agents. This is not no fluff. This is information that you all can actually, take part in right now. Oh, crap. So hold on real quick.
Javier, I know that you're RPR certified, but for the agents that had questions that weren't familiar, is there a training resource? Should they just be tapping into you and to the master classes? Can they reach out to you?
Yes. So listen, guys, what we do at the New Agent Handbook is brand agnostic. It's for everybody nationwide. We have a large team, a majority of people, some people on this call are part of our team. And we have to make sure that we understand that this company has been created for the new agent nationwide to not only stand up for us to give us these resources with no bias. I'm not giving you this information to say, come join me, come be on my downline. I'm not taking away from anybody with a downline. But what I am saying is the information you're getting is real. You can use it, and it's something that we have a community that grows. So you can find us at the newagenthandbook.com. You can jump into everything that we do. We role play every morning. We have master classes every Friday. We've been doing it since late 2017. When I became a new agent, that's when I realized, because I've been in sales my entire life. I mean, for 15 years, I understand sales, right? But when I got into this industry, I realized there was something fundamentally wrong with the way we sold people to become real estate agents. We brought them in, we plugged them into the wall, and we turned them into batteries. Unfortunately, most of y'all feel like that. Like, yo, they sold me the world. Like, yo, come in here. You see that? You see what he doing right here? You can be him. Just come and sign here, 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 and here.
Yo.
But then after the first 3-4 months, all that went away. Phone calls stopped. And now the bills start coming in, and then they give you the supplement to say, hey, these are leads. Take these leads from this company, but they're going to charge you 35% when you sell it. And I'm going to take my money, and you got to pay your insurance. And you got to pay taxes. So take that $1,500. Let people know on social media it's all good. Life is good. You good. Don't let them know you're struggling, because that's not what we do. And which is why part of the reason we're fighting our lawsuits in the Department of Justice right now, because we've done something fundamentally wrong in our industry, in which is the New Agent Handbook instead of changing. So that's bottom line.
So I'm gonna, because it's 10:45 already.
I know. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna call Sherry out again, but Sherry doesn't have to talk if she's doing her curls.
I apologize. I went too hard on that. Yeah.
No, it's okay. No, don't apologize. Nothing to apologize. This was all amazing information.
This was top of the line, Javier. I appreciate it.
So let's go back to Sherry. She's got this listing appointment this afternoon. I know you don't have to talk, girl. You don't have to talk.
It's okay.
You can if you want. But let's get her hype. Like, what does she need to prepare?
Yeah, this is
for?
not my first listing. I've had like 3 or 4, but this will be the most, expensive one. So
Congratulations, by the way. What?
Yeah, congrats.
Are we looking like to give her guidance on this, or how? Are we
I don't know, for her or for anybody. What?
yeah, so this is like a different, so I'm on here obviously because this is a luxury listing. So all my other listings have been pretty, typical. So I do feel like I need to come a little bit more prepared. So I've never had a presentation, never pulled up no market report. I didn't do any of that stuff before. And I have like 2 current listings, 1 under contract, and I've sold 2, I believe, so far on the selling side. So I have that experience, but not on this level. So I
Okay.
feel like it's a little different.
I got you. So you already have the listing appointment though, right?
That's today at 3, yes.
All right. So what information have you already conducted about the property, like collected rather about the property?
So self-reported stuff, and then of course what I found on the MLS, that's why I'm going today to actually view the property.
So let me ask you a couple questions.
Okay.
We only got a little bit of time, so we're gonna run through this real quick. All right. Do you know the median days on market for that community?
I think it said maybe 54 days.
Okay. The median list price.
Maybe
You don't have to know that.
4.
I'm not.
I did see. I mean, I came across it, so
Okay,
it was
okay.
like
So-
400. Yeah.
Another number is going to be the median sales price.
You're asking me what that is?
No. You can just
Oh.
so you can write that down,
Oh, okay.
because here's the ratio. What state are you in?
I'm in Pennsylvania.
Oh, you got the bright MLS. All right, so here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna go to that area, of course, Polygon that community, and then you're gonna click that box at the bottom that says stats. It's gonna be the only thing lit, right? Because you're not going to, and you can do this while we're on the call. You want to do this while we're on the call?
Or after.
I mean, okay, all right. So, all right, so I'm gonna walk you through this, and this is gonna give you everything you need. So, and the reason why is because the presentation of this information is gonna be the value add. The information itself is gonna be not anything your buyers or your sellers are gonna really care about, but you're gonna explain it to them so they do care about it. So what you're gonna do is click that area, you're gonna highlight it, you polygon it, click the word stats at the bottom. It's gonna say charts or tabular. You're gonna click charts. Okay. Once you click charts, you're gonna come to a screen, and that screen is gonna have a lot of things on the left-hand side for drop-down boxes. You're gonna go to customize. When you go to customize, you're gonna go to past 5 years. You're gonna go to sales price. You're gonna go to original price to sales price ratio. And then you're gonna go to primary year. All right, primary year is gonna be the last drop down. You're gonna press, enter. It's gonna have a box that says generate. Click that. And a bar graph is gonna pop up. You're gonna click the word data at the top right of that bar graph. Then it's gonna show you numbers. All right. The sales price, the original price to sales price ratio is important because when you're listing a property, just like we've seen in that zip code that Alicia gave us, all right, people were paying above asking price, 100.4. So you need to know this, because if you run your number and it's 97%, 98%, you know that people are going to pay 2% less on asking price on average. So what you want to do as an agent, as a listing agent, to get the most money is you want to list around that 2% deduction from what you originally started at to get the most views, so then you can have that pulled up on the offer end. You follow me? Hopefully I'm making
Yeah,
sense.
I'm writing down. Yeah.
All right, cool. I go fast. I apologize, but that strategy again, and make sure before you go into the house. All right, I'm gonna walk you through the strategy. I'm gonna walk you through this strategy as well. When you go to the house, have you ever made a video in front of a newly listed house, like before you sign the paperwork?
Do I make a video of
Yeah.
what, of the, no.
Yeah. So here's what I want you to do is you're gonna be presenting to these people and letting them know. Now, Alicia already said you TikTok famous, so you got a lot of followers, right?
I don't know what Alicia's talking about, but yeah, a little bit.
Okay, but again, we have been trained to believe a lot of followers mean a lot of value. So no matter what age group they are, they know that a lot of followers mean a lot of value.
Oh,
So what you're gonna do is you're gonna make a video. Hey guys, this is Shar. I gotta say my name because I can't say your name with the nice. Anyway, hey guys, this is Javier. I'm in front of my newest listing, 123 Main Street, 3 bedrooms, 2 bath, 1,800 square feet. Take a look at that view. It's beautiful. Tap the link in my bio. Take a look at it. You're not gonna show anyone this. You're only gonna show the seller this when you go into the house. This is what I do. This is what I do for my clients, right? That's gonna be a part of one of the things that you do. Right. So that's as much I can give you right now. I have an entire listing walkthrough. I don't do a listing presentation. I just do a sequence of events, and I have a perfect close. I say perfect because it works majority of the time. There are often times where it doesn't work because you're hit with a lot of unforeseen questions, but it works. So jump into
what
it.
about on a mental level, Javier? What do we need to psych ourselves up for?
Once you get the data and once you already know your confidence level is there, get there 10 minutes early, be on the phone with somebody before you get in the car. Before you get out of the car, just so you can they're going to hear you on the phone anyway. Pump yourself up with some mental motivation. I like Eric Thomas, but you got this. You got 2 listings already. So you've done this before. It's not like your first listing. You know what I mean? But the data, when you have that data, you're not going in with hopes and dreams. You're going in with accuracy, and with accuracy you can't lose. And to close on a deal like that, since this is your biggest one, so you can feel comfortable, one of the closings that I love to use is right after I come back from the tour and after we've gone over a lot of the stuff, I go right into, all right guys, so let's schedule picture day. When can come back to get the pictures done? And we just go right into picture day scheduling. And once we schedule the picture day, then we pull the contracts out, pre-write all your contracts. I know you do already.
Oh,
right,
it's already written out. I was going to ask, am I bringing it with me or no?
Yeah, all right. So once you schedule the picture day, pull the
Okay.
contracts out, start initialing your side, and pass it off. Pass
So
it off. Pass
I
it off.
thought I have it pre-written out, obviously, except for the sell price and exclusions and things like that.
Yeah.
My plan was to leave it with them over the weekend, like highlight where, no, so.
No, sign it right there because you got to get to work. You got to do a coming soon. You got to build up. You got to hit the ground running. What are you waiting for?
Sheesh.
And they found Sherry. So should she ask, why did you reach out to me?
No.
Is that no?
because
Okay.
You're great. You already know
Yeah.
you're great. If you're asking why, you're surprised. There's no asking why. When you
That's
guys
good.
knew I was coming here, There's no asking why should we come listen to Javier screaming to a microphone with his big ass octopus in the background. Y'all know why. You ain't got to ask questions. You know for a fact what we delivering here is valuable, right? And the same thing, they know they getting value. That video is crucial, Shari. You got to make that video before you go in that house. They found you on social media. They want to see you on social media. That's just my thoughts.
Yeah. Hey, real quick, I got to jump in real fast because I obviously as a part of the new agent team and knowing Sherry well, knowing most of you on the call well, if you notice, Javier what he mentioned to you was speaking as if the listing appointment that you have, the seller is already, there's no question mark here. He's already speaking as if you're already on board for this current step. So you're always speaking about the next step, assuming that they're committed to the previous step, to the current step. So
Good.
picture day is already assuming that you've already signed up, you've already locked in, and you're ready to go. Why are we talking about picture step? Because again, we are assuming that you're already on board. And then once we get to the pictures, we're already talking about the next step after that, assuming that you are on board with the current position, leaving no guesswork, no question marks, no unassertiveness, if that's even a word, but you're constantly talking about the next step, knowing that it's assumed that they're committed to this step. And that showing that confidence is what constantly locks them in, right? We don't leave any doors open for them. We're constantly closing them. Make sense? And if you just listen to what he said, that's the mentality where we're assuming that you've already committed right here. So now let's talk about next week and when we can get the drone pilot in.
Okay.
Because
So
I already
it's not
know
too
you're
aggressive.
signed up now.
It's okay to be aggressive, so it's not too aggressive to have the listing agreement with me.
Nope. You're
And-
prepared.
Okay.
You're prepared. And
You're
one of the things
prepared,
I want to
yeah.
give you as a question that this is an extra added bonus. And I say this is a bonus because this is one of the things that I like to use is I want you to ask the question, if this house sold in the next 30 days, would that cause a problem for you? I want you to ask that question at the end, like right before you feel like you're getting ready to ask for picture day. Just ask. So if this house sold in the next 30 days, would that cause a problem for you?
Well, we kind of talked about that already because they're buying in Lower Marion, so I'll be helping them with that too. So the
This
question
is
would
done.
be.
This is yours.
conti-
It's done. It's
The
done.
question is how do we word that, put that contingency in there that they'll be able to stay, I basically have a solution to their problem. So even if it does sell in 30 days, I already have, my
Correct. So
answer.
you ain't even
for
got to
that.
ask that question. You're
Right.
this is yours, Shari. This is already that the mental ownership aspect that
Mhm.
Todd was touching on. This is very important for us as business owners. That mental ownership, that success. Again, I poke fun at manifestation individuals, but there is some truth to that, right? When you believe it, you can achieve it. We heard that. That was like an 80s tagline back in the day when they was fighting crime and all of that good stuff. So just remember, come prepared, get your numbers correct, and do what you do best. Okay, and remember who you are. It's a very simple thing. And thank y'all for all that. Make sure if you guys
thank
want to
you.
follow me, check me out on Instagram at New Agent Handbook. Lots of details of events on there and lots of content. And we love to grow our page. So make sure y'all catch me up on that if y'all
Thank you so much, Javier. Thank you so much for this hour of time. Everybody here in Zoom and then over live on YouTube and Facebook, I think we are.
Oh wow, we're live on all of those. Holy
Yeah, we are. We are.
damn.
We
How y'all
are.
doing?
Yeah. And Shari for letting us be showcasing your hair and your skills today.
Okay.
That's any questions real quick? Does any questions? Anybody have any questions before we get out of here? I want to kind of answer as much as I can. Nobody got any questions?
I think we're good, Javier. You covered a lot. So
All right,
you can
cool.
blow their minds, actually.
Oh man, I don't want to blow nobody's mind. Make sure y'all jump into the masterclass at 1 p.m. We'd love to have everybody in there. We can continue the conversation. We're good to go. Alicia, thank you so much. Justin,
Thank
thank
you,
you so
Javier.
much for the
Yeah,
opportunity.
we gonna connect, Javier, man.
Please.
This was really good. My wife, she's actually in real estate school, so she I don't know if she's on here, but she definitely got the, she got the live, and
Perfect.
this definitely ministered right to her pain points where she's at, with her questions. So yeah, we're gonna definitely do some collabs. Me and Alicia, already got some things, cooking. So we gonna definitely pull you in for sure.
Hey man, let me know. In-person events are my favorite as well, so keep that in your mind.
Let's
I like
get
to
it.
be in person. That's when I do a lot of stuff on Zoom, but in person it's just a different vibe. So if y'all have any thoughts about that, please count me in. And thank you all very much. I
Bet.
appreciate it.
Okay, thank you, everybody.
Woo!
Enjoy. Peace.
Have a great
Fuego!
weekend.
All right, y'all enjoy now. Peace.
Bye.
Bye, thanks.
New agent handbook, y'all. Tap in.
Bye.